If this were Sesame Street, the word of the week would be integration.
We're going to be pulling all of these elements that we've made and Voltroning them into the final product, and then assembling the data from the content stack model into that application.
The beginning of the week, Savante actually designed the label.
So, we come to Savante, our designer, and we're like, you get to create this amazing label. And then we're like, actually, you need to have these ugly markers on it, and they need to have a big black border. And we're giving him very strict requirements, and he's just like, okie dokie. But he ended up evolving his design to work with the marker shape.
So week 3 was then taking all of those little sample things that we had done and putting it all together and making sure it was all integrated into a single application that would be run.
Everything went perfectly, as you know, in software development. Not really.
Yeah, I was like, oh, great, I'm gonna start work on scenario 1. That's gonna be easy. It's just clicking buttons. That's a solved problem, whatever.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, no.
It's broken.
A lot of the work that needed to be done was in combining the AR elements with the HTML browser elements. In scenario 1, for example, we have that pop-up from the bottom that shows you essentially the step that you are, and blending those HTML elements with the ARJS library proved to be very difficult because of some things that ARJS was doing. What Alex had to do was fork the ARJS code, but in digging in there, we learned a bunch about how ARJS was written and built, and identified a bunch of things that could be improved for future development. Getting the data from Contentstack actually into displaying in each of the scenarios where that text should be and the size that it should be, those kind of things.
So we found that when the rotation in 3D space was applied to the 3D objects, that made them really hard to read. And so what we did is we made a custom attribute for A-frame objects that only applies the position so that the content stays steady and billboarded towards the screen at all times. We were not able to make it so that you could tap on tabs in the AR content in scenario 1. Instead, what we did is we made it so that a big general swipe gesture changes the tabs, and this worked really reliably.
Last week's work was successful. We got all the scenarios put together. We have the thing available on the website. It is a functioning product, and that's a pretty huge deal considering it was just 3 weeks of development. We did it. I never had a doubt that we would be able to do it. Not at all. Was it easy? No. There's it was a lot of work, but we did it. We did what we set out to do, and I think we made a really, really compelling demo, proof of concept that shows something that you don't usually see. It's a education tool. Follows you through your journey. It's more personal. I think it's better.